I don't know about you, but for me, there's some verses that I love. I memorize them, but they don't mean much until they become relevant in my life. Like until I'm going through a situation where those verses become relevant. One of them for me is Psalm 3, the whole chapter, but specifically for now is verses 1 to 3. He says, "O Lord, how they increase that trouble me. Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, the lifter off of my head." Love these verses. But someone explained to me this way, and that when David was talking, obviously talking about Absalom, because it was then Absalom was chasing David, wanted to take the kingdom from him. But here's the thing: he says those enemies don't necessarily mean to be people, but they can be the things that you're going through, the circumstances, things that are overwhelming you, things that you're finding hard to deal with, whether it's sickness, you know, depression, lack, rejection, whatsoever it is. I say, those are your enemies. And here in this situation, David declares God that he is my shield, which is a defensive weapon. He hides behind God. God is the one that's going to come and defend him. But at the same time, he also says he's the lifter of my head. When we're going through, so when we're overwhelmed, natural inclination, of course, is to look down. But David says it's God, he's the one who lifts my heads up. He's the one that gives me hope. He who tells me that I am not alone, I'm going to get through this. The only thing that changed in David's life was his outlook. He took his eyes off the problems and situations and his enemies and looked to God. And because he did that, he declared that God is the one who's going to lift my head. And he did. And indeed, he did. Can I just encourage you that whatever you're going through in life right now, take your eyes off the situation, take your eyes off the problem, and look to God. Declare God as your defense and the one that gives you hope, the lifter of your head, and He will do that. Psalms 27:6, David says the same thing. He says, "And now my head shall be lifted up high about my enemies round about it, about me." And he says, "Therefore I will offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy." That's just a person who's going so much problems, but because he has declared that God is taking he's put his eyes on God. God is the one that's going to lift him up, and he's not going to wait until the situation happens. He's going to open his mouth and declare the goodness of God is in his life. For me, this is teaching me that yes, I might be going through things, but I take my eyes off the problem. I keep my eyes on God, and then continuously I give thanks to God for all that He's doing for me because He is the lifter of my head. Can I encourage you today that you look to God, that He also be the lifter of your head in what you're going through? God bless you.